Hello, this is Wei Zhang from Office of Safety R&D at Federal Highway Administration. Today I'm going to show you a tool called a two-stack. This is a portable, lightweight, but a very powerful tool for user to identify high-risk traffic crash location. And the tool includes this following files: one executable file and a few library files, plus the results folder, okay? And this is the data file that includes 4 years statewide crash data from Virginia. And now I'm going to show you how this tool works. You click this, and this is the screen you're going to see. It shows the opening screen shows North America map. And now you import the data. In this case, the data file is in the same folder. If it's not in the same folder, you can use this window to navigate to another folder to get the data file. So select this folder, open. Since this is a Virginia crash data, it's going, after reading the data, it's going to zoom into an area that includes Virginia. If it's crash data from Florida, you're going to see it zoom into the area, including Florida, okay? Now the options, so you're seeing, these are multiple command buttons, okay? This button, show crash, basically shows the, the crash data. We have two ways to identify high crash location. One is by crash count, the other is by crash cost. Crash cost is the most effective way to find true high crash risk location, but I'm going to show you both. Let's say if we wanted to find the high risk location purely by crash count, and the way you do it in step 1 is you click crash count, and what it does, it will divide the entire state into 10 mile by 10 mile grid, count the number of crashes in each grid and display number in here, and then color code them. What you see it in red, this means the top 5 regions that has number of crashes. The yellow color means top 10 to 6. The reds are colored in green. And both the color stream and number of crashes, these are all customizable. User can dynamically change them. Okay. For example, I can say I wanted the first top 6 to be in red and top 7 to 10 in yellow, and this will change dynamically. At this point, you can choose any of the grid, either in red or yellow or any other color. So let's choose this. Then click zoom in. This will bring you to step 1. Again, if you do it by crash count, and it will do the same process, divide the 10 mile by 10 mile region into half mile by half mile region. Now again, you can change this to other size in the second step. Now you just come in, you look at the numbers, you pick any of the either highlighted or non-highlighted ones. Okay, for example, if I want to see, this region, for example, and zoom in, how you find this location, and you show the data by severity, and this is basically to show you this half mile by half mile. Now you see the roadway segment, you see the intersection that has crash problems, okay? At this point, you can view the data. If you click this function, it will show you all the crash data within this half mile by half mile region. And you can copy and paste, export the data to your spreadsheet or other program to do in-depth analysis to find out the root cause. Another function which is temporarily disabled is Street View. If you click this button, it will activate Google Maps Street View, enable you to analyze the data against the roadway pavement marking, land use, that kind of thing. It's very intuitive, but this function currently is disabled because starting in 2008, Google required accounting string to be attached to use this function. And so if you have that, you can use that function. So now let me show you how to do it by crash cost. The same step, if I do it by crash cost, look at this, the current color coding. If I do it by crash cost, it's going to change, but the stream is similar. Now, what you see here is in dollar value, because in this function, we consider the crash severity, the number of people involved in each severity, okay? And we come up with a dollar amount for each crash. We end up with the crash cost and display the value in each grid, and again, do a color coding. And at this point, so this two locations all belong to top 5. And if you can look at one of them or both of them, if I want to look at both of them, all you have to do is to use your mouse to highlight this area and then click zoom in. Now you have this. And again, if you do it by, look at it by severity, this basically tells you this half mile by 1 mile area, okay, this region, and shows you the roadway that has crashes and the major intersection that has crash problem. And when you look at a number approximately in 4 years, you see that there were 2 fatal crashes in the big red at this intersection, 8 serious injury crashes, the big blue symbol, and 75 injury crash, 77 minor injury crash, 298 property damage only crash. Altogether, this is about more than 400 crashes in this small area in 4 years period. And at this point, you can give this data to a safety specialist or traffic specialist, and they can look at the intersection geometry, the traffic control device, and the crash record documented, and they will be able to figure out what may be the root cause of the crashes in this area and come up with some kind of countermeasure. Okay, and now you can click here to save map. It will save this analysis and for you to use elsewhere. Okay. You can view the data by year. So this is the 4-year data superimposed together. And if I want to look them year by year, I can look at 2011, 2012, 2013. 2013 you got fatal and serious in the crash, and 2014. Okay, and just see whether there's any pattern. Okay. So now let's close this, and I'm going to show you a different way of using this tool. All right. Going back to step 1. So what we have shown you was from statewide data to just in 2 steps, you can drill down into an area, either half mile by half mile or another area. That small area that basically gave you the roadway and intersection that has safety problems. If you want to focus on certain type of crash, let's say I want to find out which area has the most pedestrian vulnerable road user crashes, and what you can do, there's a data filter function, query builder. You can say I want to add a filter. Okay. This gives you access to every data field in the crash record, okay? And let's say you want to find out crashes involving pedestrians. And you say pedestrian equal, yes, okay, okay. And you wanted to find out query data. And when you apply that filter, it will show you the crashes that involving pedestrians. Okay, and so this basically gave you the area where you have the most pedestrian crashes. And you can do it by crash count. I can do it by crash cost. Okay, And now you pick any of the area, you zoom in, and do it by crash cause again. And so whenever you see a number, these are in thousands of dollars, okay? So this means that this is more than 10 million. So there must be fatal crashes. Anything greater than all these areas must have fatal crashes. Okay, let's see, look at here. And so these are the locations where you have pedestrian crashes. Not very many. In 4 years, you have total of 8 crashes in this area. These are all pedestrian-related crashes. Now, if you view the data, and you can see they all involve pedestrians, and you can analyze that and do other analysis. Okay, and so this query builder is very powerful. You can basically build any kind of query you want. There's a lot of flexibilities. You can query by location. For example, you want Fairfax County only, Lawton County only, by city or by state highway system, by rural roadway system, whatever data field in the crash database, you can combine them in any way you want to build your query. Okay. There are other functions in this application, but for the sake of time, we are not going to dive into other applications. So this is basically a quick overview of the functions of this two-step tool.